We begin here with a series of exercises to see if you understand the idea of a logical statement. The first one is this a statement? I am Superman. Of course, you have to go back and refer to the definition of a statement, which is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both at once. This obviously satisfies that. If I say I am Superman, it can be judged as either true or false. No matter whether you know whether it's true or false, in reality, it's either true that I am Superman or false, not both at the same time. This is a classic example of a simple statement. Try another. Hold this for me. This is quite different. This is a command or a request. If I say hold this for me, there's no truth value associated with that. I'm making a request or giving a command. Now, if you responded and said, I will hold this for you, your response would be a statement, which could be judged either true or false. But the request or command itself is not a declarative sentence. So this is an example of a command or request it's not a declarative sentence, so it can't be judged true or false. So this is not a logical statement. A third one. What do you want to eat? This is even easier. This is a question. A declarative sentence is never a question. I'm not declaring anything. I'm asking a question. A question is not going to be a statement that can be judged either true or false. So it is not a statement, a logical statement. Let's move on to the idea of simple versus compound statements. So I'm going to give you a series of statements, and we need to decide if those statements are simple or compound. First of all, let's start back with I am Superman. Remember, compound statements are simply simple statements joined together with various connectives, and we have actually 5 of them: and, or, not, if, then, and one that I didn't actually write up there, but it's if and only if. There's no connective in this sentence. It's certainly a simple statement. In fact, the problem says it's a statement, but it's not compound. Look at this one now. I will go to work and Alice will stay here. I will go to work is certainly a simple statement. Alice will stay here is certainly a simple statement. They're joined together with one of our connectives. So this is certainly, by definition, a compound statement. Now, another question is, for this compound statement, I will go to work and Alice will stay here, what connective or connectives are being used? Well, I've already given that away because I looked at the connective to decide that it was compound. So obviously the answer to that is simply that and is one of our 5 connectives, and it's the only one in that compound sentence. So and is the only connective being used. Let's try another. If you have poor vision and you take certain medications, you are prohibited from operating motor vehicles. I would say obviously compound. I mean, you're staring at an and. You have poor vision is a simple statement. On the other side of the and, you take certain medications is a simple statement. So if you look at it, you've got these 2 simple statements joined by a connective. So without going any further, you can certainly say this is compound. So no doubt about that. The secondary question, though, are what connectives are being used. I've already pointed out and. In fact, you look for connectives to see if it breaks things down into simple statements in order to decide that it's compound. But it's actually asking you what they all are. And in this case, there is more than one connective. Remember, we have 5, and the inclusive or, not, if then, and if and only if. We've already talked about the and, but there's also the if then. And another thing I'd like to point out here is sometimes the then is implied. When you talk in ordinary English, sometimes you say if something then so and so. Sometimes you don't even say the then, and that's what they did here. But whether the then is there or not, if you have the if, there's at least an implied then So whether the then is actually there or not, it's implied. So you have a second connective, the if then. And those are the only two connectives you have in that compound statement.